Imagine that.
We are live.
I think we're live.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says.
All right. Are we unmuted?
I have no idea.
Oh, I didn't even get my headphones.
Oh, you know what? We are unmuted.
Oh, okay. So people are hearing us and we're not doing anything.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, let me take these off.
We're going to make sure that we're on the air.
Yeah. Good idea.
Everything else looks good. Good morning, guys. I hope everybody can hear us.
There we go. There we are. Let's share this out so that people start knowing we're here.
Yeah.
Got to make sure everybody knows that we're on. So.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
It's been one of those days.
Oh my gosh, it's been that morning.
I'm sorry. We have an excuse.
Yeah.
We do have an excuse. So let me make sure that we've got sound first before I give the excuse. Because let me make sure that we've got sound. We do have sound. Okay, so here's the excuse.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is 4:20. And that's why we're running late. Okay, it has nothing to do with why we're running late. Actually, it might. For all I know.
Well, not for me, at least.
Yeah, you haven't been here all morning, so who knows? Now, it's possible that my computer had a little too much to smoke. But yeah, sorry about the lateness on the show, but
Yes.
we are here.
We are here. We're starting up. Am I on?
Yes, you
I
are.
think I'm on yours. Oh, here we go.
No, you should be your number 3.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
That's better.
I just had you down a little bit.
That's it. Okay.
I had you down.
So
It's, this is what happens.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So yeah, here we are, and I'm going to share this out so that people start knowing we're on.
Yeah.
And,
That's always a good idea.
we've got today is so yeah, today is 420.
Yes.
I have no idea what that means. So somebody's got to enlighten me.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll get to that. Let's see. So we want to let everybody know that Round Table or Round Tanner, I hate this thing.
There we go.
We are now live.
Yeah.
Paste.
Boy,
It's been
my
yeah.
throat won't clear.
Yeah, I kind of know the problem. I've been dealing with coughing like crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of overstressed my throat. I've been working on some new songs, including one that I'm kind of stressing my vocal range a little more than I have in a while.
Ah, there you go.
And yeah, it's one of those things you got to be a little careful with. And I kind of overdid it a bit.
Yeah.
So I have to be very careful when I'm around people, because we are still at a point that you cough around people and they kind of want to burn you at the stake.
We actually at my church, we had for a while, we had the running joke that every time somebody coughed or sneezed, we right after we go, not COVID.
You got to do something.
I think our pastor did that one time while he was doing his message. He was talking and he sneezed and he was, oh, not COVID. We're sitting going, I can't believe he just did that.
Okay, so
well, hopefully you all had a wonderful Easter weekend. I know we did. We had a great day. My granddaughter got to wear her new dress that she talked about for a month. And a really great service at our church, and just had a really great afternoon. So it was fun. It was nice. And the weather has now changed. Haven't worn a jacket in weeks. Went out. I played 2 weeks ago when I played at NMVintage. Didn't even get chilly there. So we've been dealing with nice weather for the last. So we're in that time of year. And I think you can tell because the schedule, when you go through the schedule later, there's going to be a whole lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole lot going on.
Oh, yeah. And more stuff coming because we have more venues than ever all of a sudden opened up.
That's really cool.
And part of the reason for the new venues is because we have new laws in effect here in New Mexico. And we've already seen the effect of some of those laws.
Okay.
Yeah, let me.
And specifically what?
Specifically, there's a law allowing you to wear a cardigan in the summer. No, that's not the
No,
right
that's
law.
not the one. That's another one. Okay.
Now, we have legalized here in New Mexico
Oh, that's right.
marijuana,
Yeah.
and that's where the 420 comes in.
Yeah. Exactly. Why 420? I don't. Okay. I'm ignorant when it comes to this. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there are multiple stories.
Okay.
Number one, yeah. So let's see. Some believe it's the active number of active ingredients in marijuana. That's not true.
Okay.
Others that it's based on a timeline on a tea time in Holland. Some will talk about the birthday of Adolf Hitler. This is actually Adolf Hitler's birthday today.
Oh.
Has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Others talk about Bob Dylan's legendary "Everybody Must Get Stoned" refrain from his hit. It's Rainy Day Women, number 12 and 35. 12 multiplied by 35 does equal 420. Here's the thing.
There's no way a stoner came up with that, so that's not
No,
it.
no. This is way overthinking things.
Yeah, that's way overthinking it.
So no. There's also the code for a drug violation in California. Police code is 420.
Okay, that one I believe.
That could be it.
That one I believe.
In the fall of 71. See, I've got all this information in front of me.
Go.
I don't know this by heart.
Yeah.
The Waldos learned of a Coast Guard member who had planted a cannabis plant and could no longer tend to the crop. Provided with a treasure map, some say by the plant's owner himself, supposedly leading to the abandoned product. The group would meet at the Louis Pasteur statue outside their high school at least once a week to conduct a search. Their meeting time was 4:20 p.m. after practice. They were all athletes. They would pile into a car, smoke some pot, and scour the nearby Point Reyes forest for the illegal free herb. Who knows?
I think I can go back to the California code because everybody knows about Eddie Van Halen's 5150 studio, the album Van Halen's 5150 album.
Mhm.
His amplifier's named 5150. That came from the LAPD term for mentally insane.
Yeah.
So. And my dad used to say that to me all the time. He said, better knock that off. People are going to think you're a little 5150 because that was the chemical imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
So
and there is a Dierks Bentley country song that came out 2 years ago, I think, called 5150.
Yeah.
So same sort of
thing. So
yeah,
when my father used to tell me that ever since I can remember, I was in middle school or junior high school is what we called it.
Mm-hmm.
But he used to call me 5150 back then. So I'm going to believe the 420 would be that one makes sense.
Yeah. So,
so happy 420.
Yeah. It's a little bit of everything.
And I'll start this Sassy Grass.
Yes. They're one of the first
juice
ones.
Bar. They are going to have something going on.
Yeah.
I got to play a lunchtime thing down there on Monday, and neat place, very neat place. Their juices are all just. They got somebody put some thought into that.
Yeah.
Because they got some really interesting.
Their menu looks very cool.
Their menu is very, very cool. And it was really comfortable. I had a couple of friends show up to see me play. And it was just, they sat on a couch and just relaxed and had their juice. And they were just, it was really cool. It was a really neat place. They're going to be bumping it up pretty soon. And it's a lot of fun. They're also going to be, they started moving stuff in. They have a head shop.
Yes.
With the glassware.
Now they started out; they were just doing the waters,
waters,
and the smoothies.
Yeah, the smoothies. And now they're going to be a head shop, and pretty soon they are going to be a dispensary.
Yeah.
So that's another option, and they're going to have a lounge, a consumption lounge, they call it.
Yeah.
So I will not be there for that, but I met the owner and then TJ, the guy that's running the place. Great people.
Yeah.
Very, very passionate about, getting this business to make a fun, relaxing, enjoyable lounge-like atmosphere. And it's just, and they got local, the walls are broken up because there's local artists that are selling their art there. And let me tell you, there's an Eddie Van Halen picture. Oh my gosh. Then there's this guy did a sketch of Bruce Lee, and he's one of my heroes. And he told me, he said, Bruce is not for sale.
Yeah,
but he does have this great Eddie Van Halen picture up there. It's
and right behind the stage where you played,
is
a nice picture of Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yeah, I was like, dang, it's lighting, because I took a picture and that was behind me. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. So
But yeah, and it's all by
see.
local artists, so go out
Yeah.
there and check it out.
And the neat thing about Sassy Grass is they're also being very careful about the law.
Yeah,
They're making sure that they're staying
they're
legal.
staying legal.
They're letting people know what's going on, and they're letting people know, why.
Yeah,
You cannot consume just anywhere.
yeah. Then certain times will be certain. Like, he's got it all worked out. So
Yeah.
And then right next to that is Valley Pizza. They're awesome.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That place is like. Matter of fact, it was funny because I wanted to talk to him last week, and my wife texted me and goes, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at this." I told her I was at Sassy Grass Juice Lounge, and she goes, "Where's that?" And I said, "It's right next to Valley Pizza." And I just waited and waited and waited. And she goes, "Hey, since you're there," I said, "I had a feeling that was coming."
See, and my thing is this. Are they on? They're not. Are they on Picacho?
Yeah, right on
Okay.
Picacho.
Then my thing would have been, actually, since you're right there, right across the street is Icebox.
Yes, that's another one. They weren't open yet in the
Ah.
morning, but yeah, I got to go down there because, man, that barbecue's calling.
Oh, it's so good.
Good barbecue.
I had more barbecue this weekend
Oh, really? Where at?
at Icebox.
Oh, at us. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I went out to hear Dallas David Ochoa play.
Oh, yeah.
He's a lunatic. He is so out of his mind in what he plays, and I love it.
I think that's why I like him.
I can't even tell you how good the guy is.
Yeah.
So much fun. You never know what he's going to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was kind of nice to meet him face to face finally, because
I've gotten to hang out. He come out to see me play a couple times, which I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. But yeah, and he's definitely one of the really hot talents out here. He's one of the popular ones out here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's really neat to see that.
Yeah, he's something else. Some of the music that he played, you would never expect it. He played several Cranberry songs.
Mhm.
He sat there and put some sound on his looper I was telling you about before we started, and he was doing music by Madonna. And he does some original stuff that he's written as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is fascinating for me. I love the original music by our artists. We've got some incredible talent out here.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, I've said it many times that, being in California, being in a band, for some reason, our band put a little effort into it,
Mhm.
and we pretty much played everywhere we wanted to.
Oh yeah.
And out here, it's not as easy.
No.
It's not as easy because, it's different.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talented people. So,
And a lot of talented people that don't actually get in the spotlight at all. So it's really hard to find them, which is kind of sad because there's some talent out here that's amazing.
Yeah.
I came across, you were there too, this past Thursday at open night. A couple that we will be getting on the show as soon as they get some free time.
Yeah.
She plays guitar, he plays cello,
Mhm.
and God, they sound good together.
Yeah.
They sound really good together. So yeah, and nobody knows who they are
No.
because they're brand new out here.
And then I forgot her name already.
Liz,
She played with Truman over the weekend, and I can't. Now it's bugging me because she's sweetheart, and she's got a great sound.
last name Cheryl.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's gonna be. Where is she? Right here somewhere. But yeah.
Zeta.
We'll get not Zeta. Zeta too. But
not
this,
Zeta. Okay.
This is I forgot who she was.
See, I've got Zeta's card sitting right here.
Oh,
so
well,
I
that
can cheat.
helps you. But Alexandra Shea.
Okay.
Yeah, Alexandra Shea. Great voice, great spirit. She's just so cute. It's like it's really neat. She's a neat girl. And she played with Truman of all people over at the Bean, and it was great. She did a great job, and of course Truman was on his he was basically off it is what it was. It's the way he is.
Yeah.
He was
True.
up there, she's singing a song, and he's of course doing his thing. And I was waiting for her to turn and go, really? But yeah, so Alexandra Shea, great girl.
And by the way, but maybe by next show even, I might be announcing some places I'm playing. Finally.
Very cool.
So
very cool.
stuff is coming into place there. So
yeah. It's
and
that time of year.
yeah, and hopefully we're going to see a bunch of new artists come out because we've had artists move down here.
Yeah.
That forget the people that are moving up. We have that as well.
Yeah.
People who live here who've been taking lessons, and maybe they're getting closer to a point where they want to play.
Yeah.
But we've also got people that have moved in,
Mhm.
and it's kind of neat to see some of this new music. In fact, talking Dallas David, he's a transplant. He moved here,
Yeah.
and man, talk about being thrown into the deep end. The first time he ever played here was Tom Foster Morris's songwriter,
Oh yeah.
singer-songwriter event, and he was up there with Daisy Blue and Jamie O'Hara. So it's like, that's a great way to get thrown in. Talk about the deep end.
Tell you about it.
But and then hopefully we'll see some more stuff as the year starts up. We're going to see more venues. I suspect some of these dispensaries are going to look into the music thing. I love that Sassy Grass is already messing with it.
Yeah, they are. It's been they're just ramping it up and trying to get exposure and get known. But it was really cool.
Yeah, and of course, there's other places like Don Felix where somebody's going to be playing very soon.
Yes, I will be there Friday night from 5 to 8. And then I'll be in Alamogordo Saturday at the DH Lacombs in Alamogordo.
Yeah.
And that's a great patio lounge. Oh, it's wonderful out there. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So yeah, it was really nice out there, and I'm looking forward to that one too. But yeah, Friday night, Don Felix. I love playing there. I love doing that show. It's so much fun.
And I tell you what, you want a good sangria.
Oh yeah.
Don't drink too many of them because
you don't realize how much is in there.
They are stronger than most other places. Yeah. I found that out the hard way because they have two flavors. Yeah. So you want to try both of them, and then you're like, well, then I want to have another one, the one I like best. And you're like, well, I guess I'm not driving anywhere for a while. So it is what it is. But yeah, so here we are. 420.
420.
We're guestless today.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, we got stuff we could do.
Yeah.
There was I thought there was I keep trying to remember there was something I was going to mention on like I should write these things down.
Yeah.
Like I've been dabbling into writing, and I was in bed. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I was awake, and an idea came to my head, and I'm thinking I should get up and write this down. I'm like, I couldn't get up, and of course I forgot what it was, and so it's like, oh man. My wife was like, make sure you keep a notepad next to you, when you get these ideas. I'm like,
or just your phone.
Yeah, I did that at the store last week. I was in the store and something was in my head, so I kept singing it over and over in my head. And as soon as I got back to my car, because I didn't want to do it in the middle of the store because it would look really weird. And so I went in my car and I sang it and I actually wrote a song. It was like, wow, this is cool. So
for somebody who didn't think that he could actually finish one,
I didn't think I could do it. I used to always tell him, I don't write. I can't write my own music, and now I am.
Yeah,
and it's fun. I don't know how good it is, but it's fun.
It is good. And then the thing is, it's coming from your point of view, which makes all the difference. There is nobody that can write a song from the same point of view as you can.
Yeah.
So that's always something cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, you've got a guitar in front of you.
Yeah.
So I know that you promised to play a song today.
I'm going to do that a little bit later.
So before we start there, we might as well tease people a little bit.
Yeah.
Let them know that, we're not playing the big one yet.
No. I got his song Fireball, and I've been working on that my way. But here's a song that I wrote. You'll see what I mean. First day we met, first time we talked, first time I looked into your eyes, first night out, first time we kissed, first time I said I love you, all the memories we made together's past. This is my salute to the days gone by. is my salute to the days gone by. First time the kids said Dan, first Father's Day we had, first time I looked and called them mine. First day of school, last days of summer, and in between seemed to go so fast. All the memories in our family's past. This is my salute to the days gone by. This is my salute to the days gone by. We took life day by day, didn't know another way, so we just smiled and made it through. Because I knew when I said I do, a family we made all together. Through all the good times and the bad, we kept on smiling through the darkness. The stories that we tell, lessons that we learn so well. This is my salute to the days gone by. This is my salute to the days gone by. This is my salute to the days gone by.
Awesome, man.
It's funny when I played that, I'm like thinking about, the days that I always said when we were in Missouri and we had our house and 4 teenagers in there, I kept thinking, God, I can get a really good tax break. Just get the state to designate my house as an insane asylum. And the things that we went through. So that was that.
It doesn't work that well, though, by the way. Yeah, the only time that you get really good tax breaks is if you happen to be in Gotham City.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, yeah. And you might think your kids are a bunch of jokers, but...
Oh, my gosh. It was just insane. The things that... It's like, how did that house stand?
Oh, my. Sorry, I'm going to make some Batman jokes, references today. Yeah. As of this week... The Batman is on HBO Max, so I finally got to see that.
Okay, cool.
Dang,
that good, huh?
Wow. Yeah, and true to some stuff in the comic books I didn't expect them to be true to. The Joker's in it just a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
They kind of tease him a little bit,
yeah.
And I will hold this no matter what. DC is better than Marvel in so many ways. And how about this? I watched the Spider-Man movie. Was it No Way Home?
Yeah.
And it was good. It was really good. But typical for a Marvel movie, you end up with this big fight scene where you can't tell what's going on.
Yeah,
you
I
really
noticed
can't
that
tell.
in a few. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting tired.
It's so over the top, you can't follow it. Yeah. However, DC movies, you don't have that problem.
Okay.
And there is a fight scene in the Batman that takes place not in a dark room, a pitch black room. The bad guys have automatic weapons. The only time that you see anything is when somebody's pulling a trigger and you're getting the muzzle flashes.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
With that like that, you can still tell what's going on in that fight 100 times better than any Marvel movie. I was like, yeah, I could tell what he's doing.
Yeah. That's
so
good.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really good movie. I hate to admit it. I really hate to admit it. Ever since Michael Keaton was cast as Batman, I don't make the judgment calls. I don't sit there and say, oh, that's going to suck because of that actor. But it was really hard with it being the guy that played Edward Cullen in Twilight. I'm sorry, going from a sparkly vampire to the Dark Knight is not an easy thing. And he wasn't my favorite. Zoe Kravitz was not my favorite Catwoman, but they did really well, and the story was well done. The effects were over the top cool. They're using a whole new technology. There's no green screen in this movie. I forget what the name of it is, but basically, all of the backgrounds they create Gotham City, like backgrounds and backdrops. It's all virtual,
Wow.
but it's on big screens behind the actors.
Oh wow.
So when something's happening on the screen, a car's exploding or something, the actors see it. They're actually they're not reacting to, this is what's going to be there.
Right.
It's there.
Yeah.
So it's a very different look. And the coolest thing about this movie was the guy playing the Penguin. You won't recognize him unless you know what to look for.
Oh.
Colin Farrell.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He was really good, really immersed. And he's actually going to be in an HBO series on the they're going to do a series about the Penguin and his rise to power, which I think is kind of interesting. Kind of a weird choice, but I was a big fan of Gotham when it came out, and they did early stuff with young Bruce Wayne and young Riddler, young Penguin, a bunch of these characters when they were just getting started. A very young Selina Kyle, Catwoman. That was really well done. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with all this. This is a different take, and we don't know what's happening with the DC movies other than the fact that the studio is being sold.
Oh,
but it's being sold complete. Every project that's going on will be we'll keep going forward. Every project on the drawing board is still on the drawing board. So this could be an interesting thing. We'll just see what they decide to do as far as what sort of mood do they want for their universe.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Very cool.
So I had to get a little bit nerdy there because that was so good. And of course, like we talked about just a little bit before the show, you made a reference. I'm watching the IT Crowd again on Netflix. I can't stay away from that show.
It's like I've seen a part of it. That's the one from England, right?
Yes,
and
it's a
I've
BBC
seen.
show.
It's funny because I've watched when I was in an IT services company. We actually play clips from that, and they're exaggerating, not by much.
No.
And we're sitting there, and that's what makes it so funny for us because we're like, yeah, that's not too far off.
Well, there's an episode where the two guys are walking down the street trying to come back to work, and they end up in the wrong part of the street. There's been a bomb scare, and they got the bomb out there, and they got the robot that's dealing with it, and the robot freezes, and they're right there.
Yeah.
And of course the one guy's too scared to move, and he's basically yelling at the guy. Says the one guy is yelling out, says have you tried shutting it off and turning it on again? And then the other guy, Richard Ayoade, he sits there and says what operating system are you running? And the cop back at the safety barrier says we're running Windows NT, and he looks over at his friend and says we are going to die. Just like, I know that feeling.
If you're an IT nerd, that is one of the funniest things.
Well, they actually, and you know what? Windows did it to themselves. This is all their fault.
Oh God, yes.
They released several versions of Windows at one time. One of them was Windows CE, was the first one to come out. Then came out Windows ME.
That. Whoa.
Then came Windows NT. And of course, when memes were still new, there was a meme that came out that says the next logical step, and it was a block of cement because they took those letters and it spells out cement. I don't know what they were thinking, but
XP was the one that actually worked for a while.
Yeah.
And then they came out
with
it
08?
And then I remember working with XP. This is how old I am. I was certified an MCSE Windows 95.
Oh my God.
Windows NT server. That networking protocol, because that one worked okay. Then when they came out Windows 2000, they actually got it right. And
I was certified A+ for doing the DOS shell behind all the stuff, which doesn't even exist anymore.
Because of my MCSE, I got to skip the A+ in pretty much every job I went to. But that wasn't DOS. First, you had to boot up, run DOS, then you can start Windows.
Yes,
and then Windows became more advanced. Because I remember the Windows 3.0,
Mhm.
3.11 was their first networked,
Oh
and
yeah.
that took Novell out. I was certified in Novell as well, and that's what you had to use. You had to boot up the computer, start Novell so they can be on the network to read the other computers. You know how when you boot up and you can see all the computers? Yeah, you used to have to start Novell so that you can see other computers. Then you
Mhm.
can start Windows so that Windows would read all the network drives.
Yes.
And then when Windows 3.11 came out, Novell was on its way out.
Yeah.
And Windows 3.11 was great.
I
It took
worked.
like 13 disks to install it. Those little 2.5-inch discs. I took 13 of those to install it. But 20. Oh no, that was Windows 95 took 13. Windows 3.11 only took 3.
Well, I was working at PSL when everybody could have whatever operating system they want on their
Yeah.
computer within reason. There were some weird ones that were not allowed, but everything on the network was running in Linux. Linux was a great thing.
Linux, yeah. If
Linux
you knew
was-
how to use Linux, it could be wonderful.
Yeah. It was basically free code that you could adapt to what you
Yeah.
wanted to do.
I had a
The people that used Unix were the ones that were the snobs that didn't want anybody to be able to follow what they were doing. They thought they were better than everybody.
Remember the Dilbert cartoon? The Dilbert office, the comic strip?
Mhm.
Okay, one of my favorite ones, and I had it in my office. The pointy-eared boss come up to Dilbert and goes, "We need a Unix administrator. So I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna have you." And he goes, and Dilbert goes, "That's Unix, and I already know Unix, so we're fine."
Uh-huh.
And the boss looks for a second, looks at him and goes, "When the nurse comes by, tell her I said never mind."
God, that's just so wrong.
My favorite one was Dogbert walking away from a bashed up computer with a sledgehammer, and it says, "The network is down, but I'm feeling better." Look back on that. Those are another one. The corporate environment, those were not too far off either.
Mhm.
But gosh, yeah, that brought back memories because the XP Windows 2000 came out and that changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
That was a lot better. But now Windows 10, and they said, "Oh, we're not doing it. We're not doing another operating system. We're just going to upgrade this one now."
See, we're nerds in ways that,
Oh,
that you can't
yeah.
even begin to fathom.
Well, yeah, like I remember 1983, I got my first. 1982, I got my first computer.
Mhm.
It was a Radio Shack TRS-80.
Oh my
8086.
God. Yeah.
Yep. Had 16K of RAM, and it ran off of a tape drive. We weren't even cool enough to have the 5.25-inch floppy drive.
Oh my God.
I remember 2014, I was working at the network services company, and a guy comes out from the back and he has one of those big 5.25-inch floppy disks. And he says, "Anybody recognize this?" Out of 8 of us, there were 2
Mhm.
that could tell what it was. Even
So
this
not
guy
good.
who was a major nerd had to think about it for a while. I mean, this is a guy that has a network in his house. It's like insane. He gets old computers and makes them run. I mean, he's just, we both know him. Tim Seibert.
Oh yeah.
Tim Seibert. That guy, the knowledge he has is insane.
Mhm.
He had to think about it for a minute.
Oh yeah.
One guy goes, "Is that something new?" I was like, "I'm going to smack him."
So we promised everybody that you were going to play Fireball.
Okay.
So instead of doing that, we're going to go ahead and go through the events that we got in
Yes,
town
let's
because
do that.
yeah,
We got a lot of them.
how horrible is that of me?
Oh.
How many times can I do that to people? To people. There's one person watching that I'm doing it to.
Okay.
I won't do it very much more. We're
watching?
pretty well, yeah. But yeah, we got to get to what's going on in town as well. So this Friday at Little Toad Creek, the Cast Outs are going to be playing with Love and the Emotions.
Mm.
Cast Outs is Damian Luna's band.
Oh, okay. Dang. I'm gonna miss that.
I don't know. This could be interesting. I've never actually heard the Cast Outs play since they got their lineup together.
Yeah.
Who's going to be playing? When do they do this? Oh yes. Acoustic Algorithm is going to be playing at NM Vintage Wine Saturday, 7:30 to 10:30. Yeah, Acoustic Algorithm is back, baby.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you how happy that makes me. Guitar Slam is going to be playing at Rio Grande Winery this Saturday at 6.
Darn.
Also tomorrow, Thursday, starting at 7:30.
That sucked.
Ooh, that's And right now, BJ is going to drop his phone for a few minutes.
Oh, it's good.
Amaro Winery tomorrow at 7:30, open mic.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
I would not be able to be there for that one, but I'll probably make it next week.
If you guys are able to make it out for this one, it's going to be a good one.
It's always been fun. We had a great time last week.
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, there was a couple there. This girl playing guitar, a guy playing cello, and they're so good. And they've only been playing together a few months. They actually wrote a song that day and played it that night. I just wanted to smack them.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be back out there as well. So it's going to be fun. You have to put up with me a little bit, but just a little bit, and then we move on to other stuff. Rio Grande Winery this Sunday at 4. Chris Baker is going to be playing out there. The Retros are going to be coming into town and playing at Boneyard Cantina Saturday at 6 p.m. Rockabilly Strangers are playing heavy. They're back in El Paso at Rosa's Cantina this Saturday at 8. I don't know what Seeds of Dreams is. So, Sunday at 3, Rockabilly Strangers will be at Palacios Bar here in town. So that's always cool. Starting today, by the way, at 10 at Sassy Grass Juice Bar and Lounge, is their first annual Las Cruces 420 Hemp and Cannabis Festival.
There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, this is going to be a big day for that.
They've blocked off the parks. You'll have to park like at the lot across the street. But man, go out there if they've got it all planned out. It's going to be big.
Must be 18 or older with a medical card. Or 21 plus.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They're gonna have Pizza by the Slice by Valley Pizza out there. I kind of want to make a joke about Doritos.
It's like how smart is that? You're gonna have a dispensary and a pizza place right next door. That's gonna be big.
But
kind of like when Colorado first legalized marijuana, there was a couple of dispensaries, and there was like Girl Scouts selling cookies right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
They're no dummy.
Oh yeah. It works. That Girl Scout got in trouble for that too.
No, they did. I don't know why. They were across the street. Come on.
It's smart.
It was brilliant marketing.
Yeah. So they're gonna have music all day. Radiant Integra, Thrice Crowned, Double XL, Boosty, Stony Iron, Tybo Manus.
Yeah, it's
Cosmic Unknown, Galaxy, and War Weapon.
Oh my gosh!
So, of which I know none of those bands.
It's a full day of stuff going on, man.
Yeah. Rio Grande Theater has something that you're probably going to want to leave the room. You're not interested in this. The Reunion Beatles Fantasy Tribute. That's today at 7.
Wow.
Admission is $30. Doors open at 6. A show at 7. The Ultimate Tribute features the world's greatest veteran Beatles look and sound alike artists performing a tribute to John, Paul, George, and Ringo like none you've ever seen.
Like the old Beatlemania.
Yeah. So that's kind of different.
Yeah.
And this is the first I've seen of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not advertising. They need to advertise this stuff a little bit better. Jekyll and Pero No are going to be playing at Amaro Winery this Friday at 7:30. Of course, Salsa Night, Saturday 7. Wait a minute. Yeah, Saturday 7:30.
Saturday 7:30.
Friday 7:30, Jekyll and Pero No, and then Salsa Night Saturday 7:30. Okay, that makes sense. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Icebox Brewing tomorrow 5 to 8. You want to support a really good cause? Icebox is going to be doing their Give Together with Hearts for Autism event that they do every year. Portion of their beer sales will be donated to them and their mission in the Doñana County. So this is a good group, and autism is one of those things that kind of gets overlooked here a lot.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something worth taking a look at. Fountain Theater, they don't put stuff up. Fountain Theater is actually putting something up.
Where are they located?
They are actually right behind in Vintage in the.
Okay, that is the thing. Yeah, right across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They are going to be playing. It's the Las Cruces Filmmakers Forum. They'll be playing Sunday, April 24th at 5. Sunday, and also, okay, Sunday, April 24th, 5 o'clock, and then at 7 again, they'll be playing it again. Flaming Straight Guy. It's the premiere. Hey everyone, I will be premiering my short Flaming Straight Guy April 24th at the Fountain Theater. I hope you have I hope to have 2 showings so to accommodate everyone's schedule. There's no details as to
Who is that by?
Let me see, because it's not event by Pepper James Gallegos.
Oh
so
my gosh, I know this. You got to go see it.
Yes.
I won't tell you.
Ryan Rocks and comic short by Pepper J. Gallegos.
Yes, that's you got to go see it. You got to go see it. I'll just say that. This has been in the works for a good 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's already started. Started at 8 o'clock this morning. Goes until 10. Over on East Idaho, 523 East Idaho is Soul Cannabis's event. Celebrating 420. Yeah. We're gonna see a lot of this. Free live EDM music. Okay, if that's what you're into.
I don't even know what that is.
Electronic dance music.
Oh yeah, okay. All night long.
Music from Raptor, Miss Jada, Full Dab Bar, pre-rolls, single bowls. I think I'm going into some other stuff here. Yeah, they've got TV set up. They're going to have edibles, craft infused drinks, Samsung sound system. They're going to have arcade video games, a pool table, air hockey, tables, puzzles, Jenga. Wow. They have an outdoor patio. I didn't know they had an outdoor patio over there. They're going to have food trucks as well. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of getting used to. That's cool.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that came into effect about a year ago. Well, not a year ago. It wasn't that long ago, but it was quite a while back. And it just takes a while to get the red tape, to get everything in place, even though it's legal. We're doing the same thing right now with alcohol delivery. It's legal to deliver alcohol in New Mexico, except it isn't until they work out the rules for how to do it, which could take months to get there.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Amaro Winery today at 7 is going to be doing their karaoke night.
Cool.
This Friday at 7:30 at NM Vintage Wines, Dave Olguin is going to be out there. Love Dave.
Yeah.
Thomas, TJM is going to be out at High Desert Brewing tomorrow at 7. Ooh, I know that picture. And she doesn't put her name on the front side, but I recognize the picture. Allison Reynolds, who you don't hear too much about, is going to be playing at Salud de Mesilla Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. That's kind of cool. Rio Grande Theater, Wednesday, April 20th. That's today at 6:30 p.m. The Reunion Beatles Fantasy Tribute. Okay, so this is just more about the same event. They just got a different name for it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, lots of Beatles going on. And it's all the same thing. Tomorrow at 5 at Don Felix Cafe, C.L. Smith of the Rockabilly Strangers is going to be playing out there. He's awesome. He's so much fun.
Yeah.
TJM's going to be at Salud de Mesilla this Saturday at 6. He's picking it up too. Oh yeah, I heard about this. I have a friend that's actually watching right now.
Okay.
I'm from the numbers, I'm pretty sure. They were talking about going out to this Saturday, 6:30 to 9:30. If you like football, the Cruces Regulators.
Oh yeah.
Women's tackle football. So yeah, and they've got a whole schedule.
Not to be confused with the LFL. The Ladies Football League, which used to be the Lingerie Football League, started out to just be a fun track drunk guys, and now it turned into an actual football league. And hopefully this is different. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, they're going to be going this Saturday. The games start at 6:30. Be going this Saturday. They'll be going Saturday, the May 14th, and Saturday, May 28th as well. So yeah,
where at?
It's going to be 2300 Tashiro Road. That's Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Okay, cool.
So they're using the good stadium, which is cool. You can get your tickets at Eventbrite. Of course, if you just get onto Facebook and type in women's football, women's tackle football, it'll come right up for
Yeah.
you. That's kind of a neat thing. What I'm really curious about here is whether or not we still have roller derby going.
Yes.
I haven't seen it in a
They
while.
are, I do know because I know somebody that's in there. She's on my,
Mhm.
they are in their, like, I guess the equivalent of spring training.
Ah,
They are in their beginning. They're going to be starting up pretty soon.
and if you've never seen this type of roller derby,
It's not
it's
the,
it's
yeah,
not what you see in the movies because
no.
that's a curved track. This is flat
This
track.
is flat track. These
This is
girls are something
yeah.
else.
Imagine skating in a big circle as fast as you can, and it's all flat.
Yeah, and they'll tell you they are, it's fun to watch. It is
Yeah.
a lot of fun to watch. It's not like what you saw on TV, the little overdone, elbowing and stuff. No, but there's a lot of really, really good. It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
very entertaining.
And and these women they're very very skilled at it.
Oh man, they're
Um,
scary. It's watching. You get tired watching them.
and by the way, you're not just dealing with women that get out there and do this.
Mhm.
They're also involved in community outreach
Oh,
as part of
very
being part of it.
much.
So
Very
it's
much.
a neat group. I'm glad to hear that they're still together because I haven't heard anything in a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, our main team is the Susias. Yeah,
Yes.
don't think about the name too much.
So
Uh,
yes, and I know one of them. So she
Yeah.
was a neighbor of mine at the when I lived on Roadrunner. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
there's, and so we went and saw them, and they're fun. It's a fun thing, and they're very tight community.
Oh yeah.
When one of the girls gets injured, when the trainer goes out to check on them, both teams will start surrounding them so that they're kind of hidden
Mhm.
and they're blocked off. And then one girl really got hurt bad to where she couldn't skate off. So a couple of girls, both teams got together and took her off the track. When the match was over, they all got together for a picture. Well, the girl that was hurt was still on the bench, just, wait, and two girls from the opposite team
Mhm.
skated over, picked her up, and took her over so she could be a part of the picture. I mean, that's the tightness that they have, and they're fun. Go out there; it's a great time.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe we'll try to sweet talk
That
some of
would
those
be
girls
cool.
to
We
come
need to
on.
get a couple of them on here to talk
Yeah.
about it. We need to do that.
Yeah, I've known a few of them, and they're great.
They're great people.
So here's another 420 event. This has nothing to do with 420.
Okay.
It is the 7th anniversary, sort of. When you have a business that keeps opening and closing and
Oh.
opening and closing under new ownership, it gets weird.
Yeah.
The Pit Stop Cafe.
Oh, again.
Yeah. So this is
Okay.
their 7th anniversary of being open as they are now.
Oh, okay.
Now they're only open 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
But they are going to have anniversary specials, including $4.20 green chili cheeseburgers,
Oh,
and they're going to have a buffet for $12.92.
that's cool.
I have no idea what's on that buffet, but
It's gonna be
be
It's gonna be pretty good.
it's your typical greasy spoon restaurant,
Yeah.
and it's all
cool.
good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
I don't think anything there is good for you,
Yeah.
but
No.
yeah,
No, which makes it good.
yeah, and I think that is pretty much it. Fight night. Fight night featuring Cod Dubs and Al Ross. Hailing from Long Island, New York, is Matt Coddington, aka Cod Dubs. After coming across dubstep from a New York hip hop background, it wasn't too long before he picked up on it to start creating his own set of sounds and a signature in his production. Cod Dubs has made a name for himself chopping up faders on the mixer with his energetic performances behind the CD. CDJs all around the US, Australia, Europe, and Canada. Besides his energetic performance, also comes his music. I released music on labels such as Never Say Die, Black Label. Huh, that's different. Al Ross started his takeover of dubstep in 2014. So these are a couple of dubstep guys that are going to be competing, playing together. This is going to be at Black Street. This is Black Street Street Team that's putting this on. It is 302 South Main Street, Suite B. This is Amador Live. That's Amador Live.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you guys need to find a way to make all your stuff uniform and make it easier on us. But that's kind of cool. If you're into the dubstep music, that's definitely something to check out.
Mm.
Also, today at noon, Rotary is going to be going on with Joe Delk, Cowboys for Cancer Research. That's going to be going at La Posta.
Mm.
You can either go out there or you can email them rotarylcnm@gmail.com for a Zoom invitation so you can
Cool.
get on there remotely.
Cool.
Yeah, Cowboys for Cancer is a really good group, and yeah, that's going to be kind of cool. I don't know that it looks like Joe Delk may just be in charge of that. It's you don't get to hear him play very much these
Yeah.
days. I've had the
Yeah.
pleasure of hearing him after he'd pretty well retired, but hey, I got lucky. Yeah,
Cool.
and of course to finish it off, High Desert Brewing Company tomorrow. That's Thursday, 6:30 p.m.
Mhm.
Wet Your Beak Run and Ride from High Desert Brewing. Thursday evening runs are back with that. Our daylight is cooperating this week from High Desert Brewery. The run will take you to the nearby ditch banks that run north and south. Come out for a run and beer. Apparently, the run and then the beer.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, you want to really challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Reverse the two.
Yeah. How about a shot and a couple of beers and then the run?
Yeah.
That I would pay to see.
There you go.
So there's that. Okay. So that's basically everything that's going on.
That's a lot going on. And do it
Yeah.
first. Don't forget, I'm gonna plug it again.
Yeah.
Don Felix, Friday night, it's 5 to 8. I will be there.
Mhm.
And then if you want to make it out to Alamogordo, to DH Lacombs in Alamogordo, I'll be there Saturday from 6 to 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun.
I think it'll be a blast.
And I'll be playing 5 original songs.
I love this.
Yeah.
I really love this.
I'm enjoying that. And then I'm gonna also do his because I got permission.
Yeah. Oh, permission. I've been begging for it.
So okay. Devil on the bottle, like the devil in a heart. When you're down the first round, you know the pain's about to start. She'll stay right there with you and match you shot for shot. 'Cause she's a fireball, she'll light you up and burn you down. Just like that demon whiskey, she'll fill you up and watch you drown. You'll get lost in her eyes, won't even notice you've been stung. That cute satanic smile distracts the fire from your tongue. You swear the heat is real, trust in what you feel. 'Cause she's a fireball, she'll light you up and burn you down. Just like the demon whiskey, she'll fill you up and watch you drown. You wake up with a pounding in your head and almost wish you were dead. But the next time she calls, well, devil on the bottle, match the devil in a heart. First time that you kiss her, that's the pain's about to start. She'll smile at you sweetly, dig her claws into your heart. 'Cause she's a fireball. Oh, she's a fireball. She's a fireball. I have fun with that one. That's for you, Diana.
I don't even know what to say. That's
Yeah.
freaking. That's the coolest
That's
thing
fun.
I've heard in so long.
Yeah, I have
Um,
fun with that.
wow, that's
I,
cool.
the first time I heard it too, I was like, "Damn, that was good." And he's like, "You think it's okay?" I said, "Yeah, I think it's awesome." And then I joked. I was like, and I wasn't. He thought I was joking. I said, "Dude, I want to do that one." And then later, you go, "Were you serious?" Yes. I didn't want to push it. You know, I didn't want to like bug you about it. I just thought if he's okay with it, and then
It was in my head, but I wasn't sure that you were
yeah.
actually serious.
Oh, I'm
And
dead serious. Matter of fact, I want to play it. I'm gonna play this song Friday night.
this
I'm
is
gonna play this song. Yeah, it's a fun song to do.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Um, I can't even tell you how that feels.
yeah.
That's huge.
That's how I like. Like I said, I'm not doing it because I do it because I like that song. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to do it. So yeah,
Wow.
and I do it almost. I do, and it's in the. It's kind of like when I started doing Down Under. I do it differently almost every time. And I haven't settled on that one way to do it because it's just like it's fun. Took a little bit of liberties with the song with some of the words, but I didn't, I made sure I didn't change the meaning. Just
yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, so that's cool.
You want to make it your own. Yeah. Wow. So I've actually had two different people want to cover two of my songs, and this is the first one that I've heard, and that's a strange feeling.
Yeah,
that really is weird, but it's cool.
And the way I say it because his version is very country, and I'm
Yeah.
not very country. But when I heard it, I was like, oh man, what if yeah. So and I think, and it was weird because it kind of saying that and starting that is kind of what got me, because you were like, well, dude, do your own. He goes, I go, yeah, because I hear a way I want to do it. And he goes, yeah, so why don't you write your own?
And I was offering to help you with it, but I was like not wanting to push too hard. But the whole idea was, whatever you do, you need to finish because,
So it was, so this kind of got that, okay, I definitely have to try it. Because, if I can make this sound, my style, then maybe I have a style that I can put together. So
yes.
So that's been.
Oh yeah.
So thanks to you, you were that one because my wife has been bugging me for years. You need to write your own stuff. You need to write your own stuff. And I thought she was just saying that because she's my wife. She's supposed to. No, and because I asked her, I said, let me ask you, because I asked her the other night. We were outside. We're sitting outside, and I was having a cigar, and we're sitting there, and I go, she said, "You're gonna play your new songs on Friday, right?" I said, "Yeah." I go, "Let me ask you something. Are they okay?" And my wife looks at me and goes, "Do you really think that I would?" Because my wife is like, I did a song one time for church, and she goes, "What's the song called?" And I said, "Pressing On." She goes, sounds more like depressing on. You want to do something else with that?"
Oh, God.
And then I did one song. She's like, "No."
Well,
so it's like, she goes, "No, not your style," that kind of thing. So she goes, "Do you really think I wouldn't tell you that it wasn't any good?" So
yeah. Well, you've got to find what fits and works for you. One thing I didn't mention about meeting Dallas David Ochoa is he was complimenting me like crazy on my music.
Yes.
And he says, I don't care what anybody says. I got a thing for sad songs. So you keep doing sad songs. I was like, oh, that's not a problem. I've got some love songs that I'm working on. I've got some songs that are kind of angry. And then I've got some more sad songs coming up. So, and who knows if I run out of sad songs, I'll write a song about a dog and really screw you all over.
Yeah.
There's a song called Maggie by Chris Stapleton.
Oh, okay.
And I was part the way through listening to this the first time. And I says, oh God, this guy is writing about a damn dog and the dog's going to die, isn't it? Yeah.
It's funny because I have a song by Colin Hay that's Maggie, and it's about a friend of his that committed suicide. Yeah. So it was like, my wife's like, don't play that song.
Well, it takes all of it. This is human condition stuff that we're talking about. So
and writing sometimes is more about, you have to. There's a lot of songwriters that I heard and listened to, and part of what turned me off is like they pay attention to what's hot and what's popular, and they go in that direction. But if you do that, then you don't get that real meaningful music. I mean, back in the day when I was growing up, you had artists that Neil Diamond wrote about what he felt. Barry Manilow, Barbra Streisand, they all wrote about their feelings, and they just like if they liked it, they performed it better, and then it comes across better.
Right.
Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton
Mm-hmm.
wrote it to heal himself, and everybody loved it.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't just write. You have to do that. You have to write about what you're feeling and how you're feeling and what you're passionate about, or something that connects to you. I have another song I wrote about our move from California to the Midwest to here, and I was just like, that one I just had fun with.
Oh yeah.
I just had fun with it. I played it, and it's like one of those. I don't even care if anybody likes it because I had fun doing that, and it was just like bringing back memories of the moves and how I felt and how lost I was in Missouri. And
Yeah.
I come here, and it's like, oh, I can do this. Yeah.
It takes a little bit of getting used to,
Yeah.
but
So I'm like, and I'm having fun with it, and it is great. I'm not saying that it's going to be. I want to put together an album just so I can say I have an album.
I think that's the best
I
reason
want to do an album. I can say I have an album. That's all.
Yeah. And speaking of albums, if I can find it real quick, I forgot. You just reminded me of the big news out here.
Oh, yes.
There is an album, and we all need to buy our copy as it comes out. I guarantee you'll want to anyway. Yeah.
Miss
January, February, March, April, May. I got to do it on my hands because I was never good at that. I went to school here in New Mexico, so I'm sorry. Yeah, May 22nd.
Yes.
The new album by Daisy Blue, Unsaid, is dropping. So you can actually get it prepaid right now.
Yeah.
I need to put the I'll put it in the comment section on the show.
Yeah, Biting Blue Productions. It's
it's
Daisy. That's all you got to know.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's the address is distrokid.com /hyperfollow /Daisy Blue 1 /unsaid-2, and I am going to put it right now, which means I am going to go online.
Go to Facebook and look up Daisy Blue, and you'll find it, because that I don't know about him, but I didn't catch all that.
Oh, you're not going to catch all that.
Yeah, so just go to find Daisy Blue and you'll see it. Or that means we should get her to come on to promote her album.
Absolutely.
Maybe she can give us a couple of samples from it. That'd be fun.
Daisy Blue.
Yeah.
New album. And then I'll put a thing with the 2 dots, whatever you call that. Okay. Now, if you look in the in the chat in the comment section on the YouTube, you will see that link up there, and
yeah, it's up there. There we go.
There it goes. Finally. Okay, so it's all there, and you can click right on there to pre-order.
So congratulations, Daisy. We know it's going to be good.
It is about time. I've been waiting for her to get an album out. Yeah. It's been a while in the works.
Yeah.
A long while in the works. She's been talking about it and working on it, and other stuff has come up. But yeah, it's going to be cool. Love her stuff. Daisy's one of my favorite people. And
yeah, she's a great person. She's the one that got me. She's the one that introduced me to you.
Yeah, I was going to say she's one of my favorite musicians in town. She's one of my favorite people in town.
Yeah, she doesn't
definitely favorite music. One of my favorite musicians, and definitely she's
just a great all around person. You get a chance when you go out to see her, get a chance, say hi to her. You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, you get a chance to see her play anywhere. Yeah. Do it. It is so worthwhile. So
she played at the Maze. Last time I saw her, she was at the Maze, and she had Jaffe Ryder join her, and those two, they were having so much fun.
Yeah.
I came off, and Jaffe looks and he goes, "Man, that was fun." You can tell he was just, and she just look at him and go ahead and do so. He just start playing it. They just look at each other. They were making it up as they went along.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was just great.
Just messing around, having a good time. Sometimes that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
So definitely want to get that out about her album. Yeah. It's kind of a neat idea having an album. And the scary thing is, I have 8 completed original songs.
That's enough. That's enough because that's what
How's-
I thought. I thought, if I do 8, that'd be enough. That'd be like kind of cool. And I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna put a whole lot into it because I just want to keep the acoustic feel.
Yeah.
And just do me and acoustic guitar. Just do that with my songs and kind of just come up with something that I can put out there for people to listen to because I got some friends that
Yeah.
I have a song that I really need to do because I think it helps those who have lost someone because my song "See Your Name" was about my wife losing her dad and how it has an uplifting look at it that you're going to see him again. So I want to get that down and out so that I'm down. I want to put that down so that I can get over send it to some people.
Yeah. Well, you do
I think
you,
it would help.
whatever.
Yeah.
My album, I'm gonna have Steve Vai playing
There
the
you
guitar
go.
and
Oh my god! And get him to play the what is that thing called?
the Hydra.
The Hydra. Get him to play the Hydra. If you have not, you've got to look it up. Steve Vai, Hydra. You got to look it up. It's insane.
Yeah,
The man is a mad scientist.
Yeah, the song he's playing is called "Teeth of the Hydra."
Oh,
He wrote it specifically for this guitar
For this
after he
guitar,
had it
yeah.
built. It is a 3-neck guitar
and it,
with 4 sets of strings.
yeah, it's like, I saw that thing on there and he was describing it. And I'm like, wow, he's back on the drugs. 'Cause there's no way anybody comes up with that sober.
Yeah, and he plays the heck out of it.
Oh, he's just Steve Vai is just one of those creative genius. He's just an absolute genius.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
again, he got his start with Frank Zappa. So that
Yes.
that definitely encouraged his because there's a lot of times where they'll start with someone that will take that edgy kind of quirky creativeness and tone it down. Now Frank Zappa would just enhance it. There's the story. Frank Zappa was managing Alice Cooper for a while, and Alice Cooper was doing a show. I forgot where it was. It was in the Midwest somewhere. He was doing a show. Somebody during the show threw a chicken on the stage, a live chicken.
Yep.
Now, of course, the first thought to him was, "Oh, I'll throw this chicken and let it fly away. Bird, wings." He did not.
City boy.
Yeah, he's a city boy from Detroit. He apparently did not know chickens can't fly. Throws it into the crowd. It does a dive into the audience, and the audience starts throwing it back on stage, but in pieces. Next day in the newspaper, Alice Cooper Band sacrifices live chicken on stage. Okay.
Yeah.
Frank Zappa calls Alice and says, "Is this what happened?" He goes, "No." And Alice told him what happened. He goes, "All right, well, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything because they're loving it." And that's where
And
that's the kind of guy Frank Zappa was.
And for any of you young people who like the song that came out a few years back by Chainsmokers, called "Selfie," no, that's a remake, basically. The original song was called "Valley Girl," and it was put out by Frank Zappa and his
Moon Unit Zappa.
Yeah, is that her Moon?
Moon Unit Zappa.
It's the only thing she ever did musically that I know of.
She did a lot, but she wasn't one of the ones that everything she did was very independent and very low key. She liked to be behind the scenes, like her dad. Her dad, Frank Zappa, was a brilliant musician and a great stage presence, but he did. But
he was a great producer. He produced all sorts of people.
Producing and managing is what his passion was, and there's a lot of people that got a big start from him.
And no argument, one of the best guitarists in the world, Dweezil Zappa.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how when I heard him play, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But
nobody knows.
Nobody knows of Dweezil because he's like his dad, very private, very quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dweezil Zappa played on stage with, I forgot who. And he was actually playing on tour with blank. But he's gone on tour and played. And if you get the chance to hear Dweezil Zappa, fantastic.
Yeah.
And go back and look at some Frank Zappa stuff. He was brilliant.
Yeah, I just got sent a joke.
Oh.
We were talking about and I actually did watch that episode the other night. So thank you very much, Diana. Yeah, talking about the IT crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just sent me this thing. Peter File. There was a character on there. His name was Peter that this girl was dating, and turns out his last name was File. And of course, with the English accent, who's a pedophile?
Oh no. I missed that one.
It's the best thing. Everything about that show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes is the one where they go to the musical. That they're like, well, everybody in musicals is gay. Well, not always. And they get there, the name of the musical is Gay. A gay musical. And of course, the one guy tries to use the bathroom, but has to go to the disabled stall because he can't use the main one. And he finishes, he pushes this little lever to flush and realizes he's pushing the emergency light.
Oh my gosh.
So he ends up, people are trying to bust down the door to get to him. Says, I'm disabled. He has to hit the ground and pretend like somebody had stolen his wheelchair. How'd they get in here with the door locked to steal your wheelchair? I don't know. Okay, if you've never seen this show, it's so worth it.
Yeah.
It is on Netflix, and I've only watched it about 12.5 times through. So I don't know. I just felt like it the other night, and I started watching it again from the beginning. It's a great show.
Yeah.
It is so funny. I wish there were more episodes, but and Richard Ayoade plays Moss in the show, and he's one of the most amazing comic actors and just comic people. The stuff that he does, I've watched him make talk show hosts uncomfortable because they don't know how to interact with him.
Yeah.
Because he's
ugh.
smart as hell.
I just saw an old Dick Cavett show clip with George Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
That was awkward. George Harrison's just weird. You could tell he was struggling through that interview.
Well, Richard Ayoade wrote a book that's come out here recently, and the book is about. Remember that Gwyneth Paltrow movie where she played the stewardess that almost nobody ever watched?
Oh, did not see that.
He's written a book about that movie.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh!
I'm just like, what's wrong with this guy?
That's great.
So,
I think it's your turn to play something.
I do have something that
Go for it.
I've been playing around with cover songs.
Okay.
I put my originals to the side for a little bit.
Okay.
Just because I realized I was a little bit short on the number of songs that I can play. Okay. And I decided I need to get some covers in there. So I've been mixing it up, including a couple that are going to be fun once I get them down. Some of these, the rhythms are a little odd. I showed you one of them before we started the show that I am not anywhere near ready to play live.
Oh, yeah.
There's just tons of stuff out there. But I found this one that I really like by Caitlin Smith, and it kind of fits sort of with the title. And today, the name of the song is High, and she just put this out a few weeks ago. I don't know that she's going to get anywhere with this on country radio, but I like this song. Maybe my fingers will work this morning. Sometimes I get a little too high. Got my mind going places I don't want to go. Sometimes I get a little too low. And I can't see myself through the fire and the smoke. Live like a neon light, shining through a door that I can't keep closed. And you, like a rolling stone, always building cities on the hearts that you broke. And in my head I did my very best saying goodbye, goodbye. And I don't miss you and I think of you and don't know why. I still feel high. I still feel high. Sometimes I stay up all night, 'cause you don't ever talk to me in my dreams. And I think about eventually you're holding me and dancing to the record like a movie in a scene. I did my very best saying goodbye. Goodbye. And I don't miss you, but I think of you and don't know why. I still feel high. I still feel high. Oh, 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 oh. I still feel high. Oh, 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 oh. Sometimes I get a little too high. Got my mind going places I don't want to go. And in my head I did my very best saying goodbye. Goodbye. And I don't miss you, but I think of you and don't know why. I still feel high. I still feel high. Oh, 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 oh. I still feel high. Oh, 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 oh.
That's a neat song.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. That is neat.
It's better when she sings it, but you know,
no.
she's got a hell of a good voice.
Yeah.
And I've heard some of her other stuff. Man, she needs to be on the radio,
Yeah.
and she is some, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that song a lot.
Yeah. That is
And-
cool.
And of course, it uses my favorite chord right now, which is a C add minor.
That's good.
Yeah, this is where you get into a little bit of guitar nerd. A lot of guitar people you talk to and ask them, "What's your favorite chord?" "Oh, I love this chord right now."
It's so weird because you have chords. I had chords that were my nemesis.
Oh yeah.
If I played a B minor, it was like, and it turns out that was that if I saw that chord, I'd ditch the song.
Mhm.
And now I actually put that chord in two of the songs I wrote, and I'm like, and I'm sitting there playing. I go, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to use that chord.
Uh-huh.
Crap, I got to play it.
Yep. Yeah, you got to be real careful there.
But
Don't get yourself into a corner.
Yeah, it's funny because you were mentioning that the other day, and I'm sitting there going, I got to find a way to put that in there, and I tried, but it just didn't fit. Eventually, I will.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. You were having trouble with the F.
Oh, I'm still having trouble with the F.
Really?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've almost got the B minor down.
Oh, there you go. You got to do what I did, because there was a song that I wanted to play and it had the B minor, and I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna have to. And you just kind of go from, and you just gotta, because I couldn't hit it, find it.
Yeah.
And today, whenever I go to play somewhere, I have to stop. I have to get myself at least a couple of minutes to. I play just see.
Uh-huh.
That's the chord riff that I play to kind of warm up and get my hand warmed up.
Well, the neat thing is, and yeah, here's the problem is, I never count right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So there's a B minor. It's just not a great B minor, but it's playable.
It's a play. It'll fit if you play it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better than nothing. My fingers, I'm still working on the other ones, but yeah. I am going to take care of that problem soon.
There you go.
Because my little fat fingers are going to have a new guitar before too awful long. I just got to find a way to get the money put back to place the order. Yeah, I discovered the joys of a 12-string guitar.
I'm afraid of mine.
Oh.
I have a 12-string electric that I bought, 98, 99. It was by a company called Raven, and they were on eBay, just like trying to get their name out there. So they had a special $200, and I thought, I took a chance, and it was actually a very decent guitar. It's beautiful, and it sounds pretty good. It's just, it needed some work. I just did some more work on it to kind of get the action a little bit easier to play.
Yeah.
but other than carving out the body, it's not gonna happen. So I might give it one more try, and if it doesn't work, I just probably ditch the idea. But it's a nice looking guitar though.
Mhm.
So I play. I've had it for gosh, 98. I've had it since.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Well, they're nice. It's
Yeah.
just it's a totally different sort
It's
of thing.
different feel. It's a different feel, so you got to get used to it.
Mhm.
It's almost it's not like learning guitar all over again. It's the same chords. It's hard. It depends on the guitar to be able to do bar chords.
Yes.
I played an Alvarez at
Yep.
Hubbard's, and that one I went up there, and the first thing I did was I went oh wow,
Mhm.
and I could play it. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
whoa, I wanted it so bad, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, especially on an acoustic 12-string, got to watch out for is your strumming has to change
yeah, a little bit.
because you don't want to focus on all the strings, because if you do, you come with a lot more
There's
high
a
end.
lot of sound.
So you actually want to focus
Yeah.
where the 12-string excels is that low end.
Yeah.
Because you've actually got the top 3 strings or top 4 strings.
Mm.
You have one string that's regular, like on a regular 6 string.
Mhm.
The string next to it is the same note, but an octave lower.
Yeah.
So that gives you some really cool stuff to play
It's
with,
a lot,
especially if
yeah.
you're a baritone singer,
Yeah.
you know?
And then there was another guitar he had there that I absolutely blew me away. It was like it had the same concept of the 12 string, but the added strings were only on the 2 middle strings. So it was like basically an 8-string guitar,
Mhm.
and it only doubled the 2 middle strings, which I thought gave it a beautiful sound without being too much.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I didn't get it, and I should have.
We've done a switch over today, so I don't have the screen near me.
Right.
So I had to pull this up because
Yeah.
I see there's comments, and it's from Dallas.
Oh,
So
what
Dallas
up,
David
Brock?
Ochoa joins us. Man, good to see you. He says, "Sounds great. P.S. Love the sunburst on that guitar." Yeah, isn't that just the most gorgeous thing?
It's great.
And it is a Washburn.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. I have a thing for anything
Yeah.
Washburn. Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the Washburn, but when I was out with my the story goes is that I was out with my granddaughter in El Paso. We went to Guitar Center because I had to get her out of the house and get her off my wife's back.
Yeah.
And she says, "Grandpa, play one." So I looked at that and I thought, wow, that's nice.
Mhm.
So I picked it up and I played it and I absolutely fell in love with it.
Oh yeah.
Took a picture of it and sent it to my wife and said, "You're lucky I'm not coming home with this." The next day I see you
Mhm.
and I showed him the picture of it. I said, "Dude, look at this and look at the price. It was awesome."
Yeah.
So
First thing I saw was it's obviously a red dot style,
yeah.
but the second thing I noticed, and it tells you that I've actually been obsessing over guitars. I looked at that headstock and says, "Is that a Washburn?"
Yeah. I said, "Yes, it is." And I was blown away by it. So then Friday, he sends me a message with a picture of this guitar and says, "I couldn't help it. I went and got it." I was
Yep.
like, "That's so awesome." I send him the message saying, "That is so awesome." I put my phone down. It was a Friday. That was August 6th, my birthday. As soon as I put my phone down, my wife and my daughter come out of the room with 2 big boxes, one of them being a guitar case, the other being that guitar. My
Yeah.
wife took the picture, blew it up, looked at the tag, called Guitar Center, and got them to send one. And so I go, "Oh my gosh," I take a picture of mine and send it to him. And he's like, "Why are you sending a picture of my guitar?"
Yeah, it
And
took a minute.
And then he realized, oh my gosh. So we both have that same guitar. And I use it at home. I don't play it out. I use it at home for like when I go to record my stuff at home, I'm going to use that guitar because the sound is fantastic and it's just cool, man.
Oh
I
yeah.
love that. It's cool.
And I like the bigger guitars. It gives
Yeah.
me more finger space.
You've got that other Washburn
Yes.
that is absolutely gorgeous.
It's a great guitar.
It's a beautiful guitar.
It's a concert
Yeah.
concert guitar with a cutaway on it, and it's gorgeous. It's a Tono Viti,
Yeah.
which it's just that dark wood look to it, and it's beautiful. But
it sounds good by
Yeah.
itself, but it sounds amazing when it's plugged in.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
when you brought it out to open mic and you plugged it in, I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, I'm partial to ovations on stage.
Mhm.
I have 2 of them. I've been using this one mostly. But that one I will use when I do my record. When my wife and I do our podcast and we do a song in the beginning sometimes, and that's the guitar I use.
Yeah.
And I could sit with it, but standing, it's a little. I gotta get used to it, just like I did with this one when I first got this one, because this is the medium bowl of the Ovation. The other one I have is the thin one, And so this took a little while to get used to, but
Right.
yeah, but that became my favorite stage guitar. Except now that I've built that Les Paul and I've got my Line 6, I'm just using that because the sound out of there is, I'm
Yeah.
loving it. So I'm just using that one for now.
Dallas also says F sharp minor is a fun chord.
Oh
You
yeah.
psychopath.
No, it is. It is like it.
You can hammer on from the low E to the F sharp root.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
this, you pop
if you're
guys.
wondering, yeah. I mean, it's such a great lead to an E chord, and that's such a cool chord. It is, and it has so many times where you transition from that to the E, and when you do that, it just adds so much to the song. Yeah.
You musical terrorists.
Yeah.
Dallas also said Shania Twain got me into Ovations. I need one.
Yeah, it's
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 true.
a cool guitar. It's a cool guitar. You know what? When Dallas comes, we may have to like extend because we're going to be here we'll be here for 4 or 5 hours with him. I have a feeling that it's going to be. We'll just kind of go on the round and doing different stuff, and we're gonna have to
I went and saw him play, and then we ended up. We took one break, and I ran up because I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I looked at his pedals that he had set up, and oh my god, it's crazy what he's got on pedals there. And trying to follow all that. His dad actually made him a rack for all the pedals so that they fit together real nice.
That's cool.
So yeah, he's got actually
I gotta see that.
two boards, basically two different separate boards with pedals on it for him to reach different things. And he uses the hell out of that thing.
That is the beautiful thing about with musicians. Everybody has their own way of doing it and their own style. And I mean, you got I love telling the story about Sage Gentlewing. When I went and saw him play, and he's got his pedal board, everything's routed a certain way. Yeah. And it's to get his sound for the two different things he does, or many different things. He has 2 different guitars, and he has many pedals, and they're not all just like one line. He's got different, so he's got cables galore. I stood there with him after it was done, and he was rolling up cables for a good 20 minutes, and he wasn't even halfway done.
Yeah.
He comes over to see me play, and he looks, I got 3.
Oh yeah.
And he just looks and he's staring at it. He goes, I like the simplicity of your setup. And he's looking at it. I'm like, because he thought about it. He's like, there's no way he could do that.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
But and I've heard people do different things with pedals.
Yeah. And sometimes you have that pedal that you only use one time. One song. But,
which he does.
Yeah.
He made a remark about it. He strums his guitar, says, hear that sound? Says $120 for that one sound.
He's not kidding. I remember a long time ago, I bought a Super Phase because I like the sound. Couldn't figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
I still have a harmonizer, a Boss harmonizer pedal. For some reason, I've never used it.
Yeah.
Because when I tried to, I'm just was not that good. And I still have it because I had just something about me can't get rid of it.
Well, I technically have 2.
Yeah.
It's just that one happens to be all the pedals.
Yeah. Because I have the Line 6 Pod Go and you have the Zoom G6.
Yeah.
So we just think put it all in one. That's the way I did it.
I don't think I could handle well having all that stuff at my feet. If I can stand and play, that's me on a really good night.
Yeah.
Which I actually did this past week at open mic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Truman was saying, says you want to sit and play? I says, screw it. I didn't say screw it. I said something else, but I was like, nah, no.
Give it a try.
I'm just gonna stand up. And it's harder to do with this, but it's getting easier.
Yeah.
And this week at open mic, I don't think I'll be carrying this because I've been asked. So I'll be taking my other one.
A couple of times ago, when I played at Don Felix, I had to sit because my vertigo was still pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I had to sit, and that was a little weird for me because I have this. I'm not. I always say I'm not a guitarist. I'm a singer that also plays guitar.
Yeah.
So I don't put a whole lot of thought. I have a couple of patches in my Line 6 that make the sounds a little bit different, and I like that. But I try to focus more on my vocals because when I focus more on my guitar, I don't sing as well. So
yeah.
But then you got guys that can do both. So that's yeah.
Yeah. Well, um, and I'm playing with some other stuff too,
That's
though,
cool.
and including my pedal should be here next week. It'll be 3 weeks to get my new pedal striker for my kick pedal.
Oh.
I cannot use the one that I've got with my cajon.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
tear it up.
Yeah.
So you got to get a special one for that. Since we've got Dallas listening, by the
Mhm.
way, I just want to say something about the show that he put on
Yeah.
Friday. How good it was!
Yeah.
It was cool. His wife and daughter were there. His parents were there, which was very cool. He had the crowd going, and it just felt great. It felt fun, and he got his daughter up to sing a song.
Oh.
She's adorable, by the way.
Yes. I
And
did get to see her one time.
oh man, I gotta say, dude, if she's got any interest in singing like that, um, you need to get her into some vocal lessons because she's got a voice on her already that,
Mhm.
oh my God, she's got a
Yeah.
very strong, very clean, clear voice.
That's cool.
I was just like, wow, this is cool. So just something I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I thought she was very cool.
That is so cool. Yeah. I'm trying to get my wife to get the nerve to come up and sing with me. She still does that stage fright thing.
Yeah.
That was sad. She went through lessons and everything for a while, and then she got up to a recital and realized she had stage fright.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, and I know he loves hearing that. I mean, when your daughter starts,
Oh
doing
yeah.
something that you do, and my granddaughter sits in the back seat and she starts singing, I'm like, I'm gonna have to see where she's going with this because
Yeah.
so I know that had to feel good when he did. That's not the
Mhm.
musician. That's the proud dad up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she did the little embarrassed face at one point,
Yeah.
but I was like, man, it sounded so good.
Yeah. She'll get the confidence up.
Whether or not she knows that she sounded good or not, she really, really did.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um
And if she feels sick, just say, "Hey, you're cute. You'll get by."
definitely a show that I'll go out to see him again
Yeah.
because it was fun.
I keep missing it. I got to get out
Yeah.
there to see him. Got to get out there to see him.
We just gotta find a good song for you to sing to your mom that's appropriate.
Okay, there's a story there.
Oh, you can't really sing a love song about your mom that it's either a Pink Floyd song or it's When Doves Cry. His parents his parents are a blast.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we raised him. We know what he's like. He actually just wrote back and says, thank you, man. That'll make her whole day and probably her year. LOL.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah. And I'm, I don't blow smoke about that sort of stuff when it comes to vocal skill.
I am
She really does have that.
extremely critical.
Yeah. I would have just said, it was cool seeing her up there. That was neat that you had your daughter with you, and that'd be all I would say if
that's
she
all I
wasn't
would
any
say.
good. But she's
Yeah.
very, very good. Yeah, she hit those first notes, and I was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
that is a clear voice.
that's cool.
And especially for that age, you don't get that, especially in girls.
Yeah.
Guys,
It's like there's every time you go to karaoke, somebody tries to sing a Stevie Nicks song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got to understand. Stevie Nicks maybe sounds, because her voice is kind of raspy, maybe sounds like you can get away with it. The woman had such a powerful voice. You find out real quick. No, it's not that easy.
No,
She was just she's amazingly powerful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Her and Annie Wilson.
mm-hmm.
No, yeah,
Annie Lennox.
no. I'm talking about Heart.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Ann
Wilson. Oh, love hearing that woman. Love hearing her.
Oh, for sure. And one thing to keep in mind when you're dealing with vocals, guys have an advantage as far as age.
Yeah,
Because by the time we hit our 20s, our voices are solidifying into what we'll have. For women, you don't get your full singing voice, especially if you're working at it, until you're in your 40s.
Yeah. And the only way for her to really, when they're that little, just get her to keep singing.
Yeah.
Get her to keep singing and get her to sing songs that are a little harder for her.
Yeah.
I thought I remember going into high school in my voice training class. I thought, oh, this is an easy A because I can already sing.
No.
And when he started the class, he says, I can't make you sing great, but I will make you sing better. And my attitude was, yeah, well, wait till you hear me, I kind of said. 2 weeks later, I realized, oh my gosh, I am singing better.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. And I started, he started giving me songs that were
muscle.
harder. And there's one song, he gave me an operatic song that I sucked when I first got it.
Mhm.
I couldn't believe how terrible I sounded, and it took me a few weeks to build up to it, and I couldn't believe half of it was just singing every day.
Yeah.
That's what she has to do. Just get her, because it'll help develop it. I mean, we all know we can't. We
Oh,
take
yeah.
a week off, and we're like, we gotta. So yeah, definitely get her keep singing, and
Yeah.
get her to sing songs that like my dad did. It's like, oh, you should sing this song with him. Sing this song with him, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, that's all hard, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah. And you'll hear male singers
And
that
he'll do
they
it.
keep getting stronger and better,
Yeah,
but there's certain limits that they just don't cross over
yeah,
anymore after a certain age. And with girls,
yeah,
they'll the improvement will just keep going up.
yeah.
There is a new song, a new Luis Fonsi song out that he is doing. It's a duet with Demi Lovato.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
God. Every time I hear her, it's a little hard for me because I was watching her on the Disney shows.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I was the only DJ in town that was kid friendly.
yeah,
So I had to research stuff like Radio Disney because I was getting called to DJ a lot of kids' birthday parties.
right.
So I had to know this stuff. By the way, you've never lived until you've gotten into an argument about who's cooler, Miley or Hannah Montana, with an 8-year-old. And it's just as serious as getting into a discussion about global warming.
Yeah, don't
Uh,
mess with that, brah.
but no, hearing Demi Lovato's voice and what's going on with her, whoa,
Yeah,
it's creepy because I'm still used to thinking of her as a little girl from that show. But man, her voice is getting stronger and stronger. And sitting there doing a duet and holding her own with Luis Fonsi is
yeah,
you've got to bring it
yeah,
because he definitely does. And it's a great song.
yeah. It's just singing when you listen to. I was trained vocally,
Hmm.
um, and I there are things I listen for, and there's some that's like I'll listen to some people and they think, well, that doesn't sound all that. I mean, they sound fine, but I go, no, there's a power in that voice that you can't. Some people just don't over embellish things. I mean, there was a time through the '90s. Oh my gosh, 27 notes in one bar.
Hmm.
They would try
Oh
to
yeah,
sing. It's like, are you trying to hit every single note in your range on every single song? And it was like,
yeah.
but then there were some that just hit it and nail it. It was just awesome to hear. And so I'm a vocalist mostly, and so I focus on that more. And I love hearing. There's some things I love here. There was a band called Dorothy. I can't remember the woman's name, but
Yeah.
man, she just captivated me.
Hmm.
So yeah. So
Oh yeah, and
so now I want to go out, and when I go out and hear Dallas, I want to hear his daughter now.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got to tell you, if you want to talk about especially female voices, strong female voices,
Yeah.
you want to take a look at the women involved in metal.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
if you compare,
Evanescence is one.
especially if you compare symphonic metal to any
Yeah,
pop diva, you're going to find that they outstrip the divas big
yeah,
time. So you've got tons of bands like Nightwish was the big one out here at one point. Um, but just regular metal. Yeah, you've got Dorothy.
yeah,
You've got in this moment with Maria Brink.
yeah.
You have Taylor Momsen with the Pretty Reckless, and of course
There was yeah,
my
your
future
favorite.
my future ex-wife Lizzie Hale of Hailstorm. Which, by the way, one of the songs that I'm learning to play is a Hailstorm song.
Yeah,
Finally,
you
don't
still
get too
gotta
freaked out. It's one of the
you
ballads,
still
but
gotta listen to Ailstorm. I gotta
oh
play that for you
God.
later. But yeah, there's I forgot where I was going with it, but oh yeah, and then of course one that people like skip the B-52s.
Mhm.
Those ladies, ooh, they have they were great. They
They're
were
still
great.
together, and they're supposed to
Yeah.
be releasing a new album
Oh
sometime
my
soon.
gosh, that is so cool.
Yeah,
That is really cool. They had a great sound.
that was the cool band that came out of Georgia.
Oh
Let
yeah.
me just say, to this day, I agree with the Dennis Leary. Shut up, Michael. All you shiny people get on that side of the bus. You
Yeah.
happy people get on the other side of the bus. I represent the gun eating the gun toting meat eating people.
I remember hearing the guy what's his name? The lead from B-52s, the way he talks and the way
Uh,
he sings, and I was like,
John Schneider is his
oh,
last name, not
yeah, I
John.
forgot here. I was at a gig and the band did that, and he goes, I spent what was it? I spent years at Juilliard learning to to sing like that. And then the guitar player goes, yeah, and one day in West Hollywood, they'll be able to talk like that.
If you really want to hear a cool song, he did a solo song called Monster in My Pants. With the B-52s anyway, they're just backing him up.
That's great.
It's such a good song. It really is. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
I know.
We gotta get Dallas on here.
Yeah.
It says B-52s are still way ahead of their time. It's like sci-fi gothic doo-wop.
Okay,
so that's exactly it.
There you go. Because it's like it's their own sound. You know, It was so fun, and they still play Love Shack all the time. That's just scratching the surface.
Oh God, no! If you've never listened to any of their albums, you're missing out.
Yeah, so that's the
Love Shack. I think Love Shack is probably one of the lowest quality songs that they've ever recorded.
But it had that. It was just a jam. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, Dallas, come on, let's work it out, dude.
We got to get you on, man.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. We're gonna need 3 hours for that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Won't do too much talking. We'll just do a lot of playing.
Oh yeah. He's a good guy, and man, I'm really looking forward to getting him on the show.
Yeah.
He's really dangerous for my ego, but otherwise, yeah. Oh man,
okay, you played at Tears. I'm still on the one when you were at TRC and you played. And you said, "Hope you're light." If you here's a song that I wrote, and if you don't like it, blame those two. They're the ones that birthed me. I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna throw somebody under the bus,
which was fantastic. But it was just like, okay, no, we go there.
Hey, be glad they were there, because the only other person I could throw under the bus really would be you or Damian.
I think Damian should be the one first, because he's the one that taught you.
There we go. Dallas says, "Heck yeah!" So
okay.
yeah, we're definitely getting them on.
It's cool. I have a couple people that love to come out and see me. Thank God, they're just beautiful people. And Jack, there's a husband and wife, and June and Jack. Jack, after going out, they go out and see a lot of people and stuff. And I talked to him and I said, "Yeah, man, it's not." He goes, "Yeah, it's probably too," because he said something about, it might be too late for him to. No, never too late. If you want to play, you want to learn how to play. He's already had 2 lessons with Damian, and he's loving it.
Yeah,
he's loving it. So I thought I told him, go to Damian, because he will help you develop your style.
Mm-hmm.
He'll help you, and you won't even know you have one, and he'll help you develop it.
There are no age limits for learning an instrument.
No,
it's just be aware that as you get older, it's going to be a lot more work.
My father,
big deal.
Yeah, I was amazed, because a couple of years ago, my father came out and he heard me. I took him to an open mic, and he got to hear me, and he went home and he bought a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Because he thought it would be fun. Now, my dad, of course, it didn't last, because my dad is a percussionist. To this day, my opinion, best conga player I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. My dad could play the congas unbelievably. So I gave him a set of bongos. I said, "Dad, stick to what you're," and he goes, "Yeah, I know." And he goes, "I tried it. It just wasn't that." So I bought him a set of bongos to help him with when he recovered from pneumonia, to kind of help him get his coordination back and fun. And he said, yeah, he's just, he sat there and he started tapping on it. I'm like, my dad's 75 and he's I'm sitting on there. It is.
Oh yeah. And by the way, I went up and played around a couple of weeks ago at Hubbard's.
Yeah.
One of the things that they've got sitting over there is kalimbas that they're selling. So
what is that?
It's one of those. It's like the cajon thing. And it's about like this.
Oh,
very
cool.
Cool, yeah. Yeah. If he decides, I don't have it marked down. I'll have to send you a link. There is I was watching a Guitar Samurai, his videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And he did some on the best guitar gimmicky things.
Yeah.
And he did one that it's basically, it looks like an oversized piece of bone for a nut or a bridge, but you take it, it's a trill something. You basically hit the strings instead of.
Oh yes. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's.
So if he ever picks up a guitar again, that might make things kind of interesting
beyond
for
me.
him.
No,
it's definitely a
my dad
picking sort of thing.
He needs to stick with the congas. That's his. Oh man, that's his thing.
Yeah,
I used to love hearing it when I was a kid.
I'm looking forward to adding a little bit of percussion with what I'm doing. Because I've got a couple of songs. I was like, it would sound so good if you had that going behind it. So, and I'm writing one that needs a heavy bass beat because
cool.
it's kind of a attitude song. Believe it or not, I got a little bit of an attitude. I know you can't prove it, but you know.
Cool.
So yeah, we're 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
man. And no more comments. That's good. Okay.
So we've solved everything. And
Yep.
so
Well-
I've got great news for my spa. I am now full. I have a massage therapist, Hannah, who will be starting next week, I think.
Mhm.
And then I have my eyelash girl, Lexi. She's wonderful. She is really good. She does some great work. So Zen Wellness Spa is built and going, and I'm doing well. My nail clients are coming back now that all the thing has calmed down. I have some
Mhm.
clients that stayed away because of the COVID thing, and now they're starting to come back. So yeah, business is getting back and I know it's not just me. There's got to be a lot more that are. So thank God, business is getting back in town, and people are getting out there.
And you do the fingers, the fingernails.
Mhm.
You also do the pedophile. I mean, what's it called?
Pedicure.
Pedophile.
I remember I was using the scrub on one of the ladies' heels, and she goes, "What are you using?" I said, "Well, it's a file. It's a foot file. It's pedophile. No, it's not. That was years ago. I did that. I went, no, don't ever do that again. So it's a foot file. A foot file.
Oh my God. Okay.
On that
note, so yeah, you're fully staffed and everything's going
fully
on.
staffed. Everything's going great.
And where can they find you?
We can find us at 2801 Missouri Avenue in the Bonita Plaza, Zen Wellness Spa. We're Suite 20. We're right next to Urban Society Beauty Salon, which is a great place.
Yeah. And that's not the Bazinga Plaza.
Not the Bazinga Plaza.
That's
Bonita Plaza.
There we go.
And Erin Blue, no relation to Daisy Blue, she runs the salon next door, and she's got a great staff and just a great lady. And so then and also right next to us is an Elite Nutrition, run by Lexi's mom.
Cool.
It's just really cool. That's how she found out about my room. But so Zen Wellness Spa, BJ's Nail Designs, we're all there. It's doing great. So businesses are doing great in town again. Businesses started picked up, which is wonderful. So get out, go hear somebody this weekend. There's plenty of choices. So get out there and have some fun and start getting the fun back in town.
Yeah. Start putting the fun back in, I don't know, something. Whatever sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's 4:20. I'm allowed to be a little bit slow. God, if I thought about it, I have a fog machine. I should have brought it in.
Oh, that would have been funny. Hey, man. Oh my God.
Hey, we're waiting for a call from Dave.
Dave. I did that once because I was a network administrator, and my partner, his name was Dave. He was the senior administrator, and somebody called. He called and he goes, "Hey, BJ, it's Dave." I went, "Dave? Yeah, it's Dave." I went, "Dave's not here." And he goes, "Don't you even start."
Oh, I knew a guy that he would come on my political show, which was every weekday at one point, and he would come on Wednesdays, and that's the way I always introduced him. Yeah. What can I say?
You don't know what we're talking about. You're just too young.
Yeah. But I think you probably do know what we're talking about.
I think so.
Anybody who doesn't know Cheech and Chong, I mean, God.
Yep.
But at any rate, man,
Great.
we're going to do this next week.
We'll do it next week. Hopefully somebody will be here with us.
Yeah. If not, then, maybe we'll, I don't know.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a great week. Get out, listen to somebody. We got some great stuff going on. Go do it.
Yep. And normally I just reach over here and turn it off, so it looks like I actually know what I'm doing. Now I have to get up and walk across the room. So you guys,
technical. That's how dedicated he is to making sure the show gets on the air.
I'll actually walk.
He'll actually get up and walk.
I hope you guys appreciate this.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you soon.